Good morning everyone. We're starting this video in a different place than usual. Normally we're at the job by now, but today's a bit different. We're literally outside my house. I'm just pulling into my driveway. 1 second. Lovely. Right. It's about let me check. It's currently 8:10 and we've not left the house. Right, and you may be wondering, well, why? Because I give my customers a time range. Depends how far the job is. If it's about an hour's drive, then if it's about an hour's drive, I normally say to them about 9 till 9:30. Get up at like 7:45, drive at like 8 o'clock. Any other job, sort of local though, I say 8 o'clock to 8:30, and this job is very local, and you'll see shortly. So I'm just gonna carry this stuff and some sand to the van in case I get lucky and it dries today, but we shall see. So 2 seconds. So today's job is very local. I think it's gonna be a fairly easy job in terms of the size, but a very difficult job due to the not condition, but you'll see. Anyways, for those who haven't seen my TikTok, even though I haven't showed anyone on TikTok either, this is the van setup. We have the buffer tank, we have a 19 litre per minute Briggs & Stratton engine, 220 bar I believe. Got this wooden plank to stop it rolling back. We got this high pressure hose 30 meters mounted to the thing. We got my water fed backpack, my gutter vacuum, all my chemicals safely and securely stored. We've got my fixed turbo lance with the ST2600 lance. This will soon be getting changed as well. We've got my X-Jet, we've got my 16-inch flat surface cleaner, we've got my low pressure hose and wellies. We have my bucket I use to apply chemicals if I'm going in neat, my normal sweeping broom, my chemical brush, my gutter vacuum poles, my water fed brush, leaf blower, and then just around here I've got my headphones, goggles, shovel, chemicals. That chemical, that green one there, was actually here, and the sun got to it where I obviously had my door open, and it expanded massively, so I'll put that in the back now. But hey, right, let's get going. Okay, you're probably sick of the talking. Wondering where the job is. Let's go. It's currently waiting for the thing to load. 8:24. I'm scheduled for 8:30, and I've only just left. So let's find out where the job is. Job. Oh no, I'm driving with my right hand as well, so oh shit, fuck that one. Driving with one hand. we're here and we're on time. Let's go. I still haven't ordered the tripod, so it's going to be on my camera, and the camera's a bit poor quality, if I say. It's my phone. So I'm going to show you. This job I think is going to be a bit difficult, like I said earlier, not because the size of the job, but because the it's no drainage at all, and it's in the back garden. So this is the job. So just the concrete base, concrete slabs, block paving, path, bit over there. You can see it's really bad. Weeds. I gave the windows a quick rinse down, even though they're not in the best condition, but yeah, so the reason I think it's going to be so difficult is because there's no drainage. That's why I said I brought my gutter vacuum. So the plan is to sort of push it probably to the block paving, or even, I don't know, we'll see, but you can see the gaps are monumental anyways. So the gaps that go all the way around. This block isn't even, I'm not even sure there's a point of resaddling this, because they're probably just laid on top of each other. They're not secure in any way. Oh, maybe they're just stuck together. Stuck. So yeah, see, what I had to do was I'm currently in the midst of getting quick release. So these are quick release couplings with a, I'm not sure what that's called. There should be a washer there, but who else? I doubt that'll be alright. I'm sure that'll be fine. These are quick release couplings, but I'm in the midst of changing to, I'm not actually sure what they're called. Everything's called quick release something, but with the S26 trigger, it's the don't know if you can see, it's one of these, them, and them and them. If you want to let me know what these are called with the, I bought this one nice and cheap. That one came from PWS. This one came off eBay. Brand new it looks. Doesn't even look like it's been used. But yeah, this here, if you want to let me know what that this black thing's called, then feel free. Anyways, enough waffling. We're waiting for the buffer tank to fill up, even though it pretty much is. We've got fresh fuel in there. Everything's good. So the plan of attack is to use flat surface cleaner for all the concrete and then go back over with a turbo for the block paving, corners, probably slabs, but I'm sure you know this if you're watching pressure washing videos. I'm sure you know the deal. Okay, so the first rinse has been done. Still obviously dirty because I've got to apply the chemicals, and as expected there's bits of pooling. Bits of pooling everywhere. So what I'm going to do anyways is apply the hypo, rinse it down, make it look neat, and then go back over and just pick any weeds I see out. I went around the borders, picked all the big bits out, but it was just so bad, and I know I'm going to get slaughtered for this, saying, oh, you should have done a better job or whatever, and you know, I'm going to do the best I can in terms of getting the weeds out, but I've shown you before, once you rip this all up and get rid of the root cause, no pun intended, then no matter what you do, I think they're all going to come back. Obviously I'll do my best, but yeah, it's just, you know, not sure what to say really. I know someone's probably thinking, oh, I should have done this, done that, but you know, we're learning every day, and if you know what I should have done or suggestions, feel free to comment. Don't be too mean about it though, you know. But the customer's already come out and she's over the moon anyways, and that was before I even rinsed down. So yeah, let's do the hypo. Okay, so the hypo is down. It's been down for about 5 minutes, so we'll rinse this off soon once it's done its thing. And then once we rinse down, I'll bring up the gutter vacuum. I just used the broom to push the water a bit. But yeah, this job is fine. Nothing to complain about. Nothing big issue anyway, but the weeds are starting to die. I'm gonna let this sit for longer than usual, just so the hypo has a bit more time working. I know it's about 15 minutes or so until it's practically useless, but if it's pooling like that in the joints, then I'm sure it will do more. It will do better. But yeah, so I don't know how I'm going to rinse it down. I think just try to rinse it all in one spot, probably onto the block paving, because then that's got the biggest joint, so it will absorb most of the water as well. And then any pooling areas, I'll get my gutter vacuum out, suck that all up. This bit's already dried. I don't know how so quick. It's been down for about 5 minutes, but yeah, so yeah, not much to say. Let's get going in a minute, because still got time to wait. Okay, morning everyone. You joined me back for day 2 on the job you saw yesterday. That was Monday, today is Tuesday. We're just back to finalise and resand. Off camera, I spoke to the customer and explained the situation to her, where the blocks are so poorly laid. There's no bed to them, there's not even cement to hold the borders in place. The weeds are so bad and rooted that there's just it's extremely difficult to get them out. You know, there's ways around it. I've suggested weed killer. You may think, oh, why didn't you get her to put weed killer down before? And because I spoke to her, although I didn't ask her, and I'm not saying I shouldn't have, maybe should have, but there's two types of weed killers. Ones that are absorbed through the plant. So you see a weed, you put it on the weed, and then it will absorb it. And then, correct me if I am wrong, I believe there's another one where you apply it to the ground and the soil soaks it up and kills the weed, right? So in order to make the weed killer as effective as possible, you'd want to actually clean the surface before applying weed killer to expose and weaken the weeds, as well as expose the soil more effectively, right? And then you apply the weed killer. I believe it's residual weed killer. I had a Google of it last night because I was speaking to the customer. So, and then once that weed killer is applied, you lay the sand. And even so, you can do the residual one after you sand, I believe. Don't quote me on this. But anyways, I spoke to the customer about my brother's a landscaper, so I'm gonna give him a call today and see what he suggests. I have a sly feeling he's just gonna say it needs to be ripped up, because it does. It looks horrible. It's poorly laid. There's no foundation there. It's just sort of laid on this tarp on dirt. No cement, wonky, uneven, dangerous, So I'll give him a call anyways and see what he suggests. I'll see if he could give a price range on the job as well. Just so if the woman goes and gets different quotes, she knows the sort of range she's looking at. And he's in London, so the prices are even more. So if someone comes back more than him, obviously he won't know the ins and outs of the job, but he can sort of give a rough price guide on that. And then she also suggested polysweep, or I mentioned polysweep, and she said, would it be effective? And I essentially said to her, I'm not sure. I've never had to use it in gaps so big, and there's nothing holding the blocks together. They're not set on a good foundation. There's no cement on the borders. So I'm unsure whether the polysweep would be effective due to the fact of the blocks constantly moving. It's going to be difficult for it to, set. So I don't think that it's worth it personally. If she's spending however much, maybe 3 bags of sand on there, being safe, that's a good extra £100 at the cost I'm paying, right? So, for a customer to then use that, and then I've got to apply it and that sort of thing. But yeah, enough waffling. We're going to give her a knock and finish off resanding. Tomorrow I've got a driveway clean, you'll see. Nice little easy one. And then Thursdays, look forward for Thursday, because we're going to be doing a Rams on our first commercial job. So look forward to that. See you soon.